of fronts, but primarily something that we're deeply concerned with, which is trying to prevent the conflict in Gaza that started with the horrific attacks of October 7th from spreading, from going to other places and other fronts. And one of the things that I reassured many of our colleagues about was the intense focus of the United States, which has been the case going back a year, in doing just that, preventing these conflicts from spreading. And I have real concern about the inadequacy of the assistance that's getting to them. This is particularly true in the north, but not exclusively in the north. So we've been very directly engaged with Israel on the imperative of addressing the humanitarian needs of people in Gaza. And we all have a strong interest in trying to help create an environment in which people can go back to their homes and live there safely and securely, and kids can go back to school. So Israel has a clear and very legitimate interest in doing that. The people of Lebanon want the same thing. We believe that the best way to get there is through a diplomatic understanding, one that we've been working on for some time and one that we're extremely focused on right now. Now, Israel has a right to defend itself against terror attacks coming from Hezbollah, from Hamas, from anyone else. But it's also vitally important that in doing that, they focus on making sure that civilians are protected and, again, are not being caught in a terrible crossfire. About the ongoing Russian aggression against Ukraine, I think country after country in the room, without speaking for them, made clear that this aggression needs to end. And it needs to end not only because it's an aggression against the Ukrainian people, it's an aggression against the principles that are at the heart of the international system and that are so necessary to try to help us preserve peace and stability, including respect for sovereignty, territorial integrity, independence. It's striking that so many countries that are half a world away in the Indo-Pacific care deeply about what's going on in Ukraine. And the reason, again, is because they know that if any country is allowed to act with impunity and to commit acts of aggression, that's a signal to would-be aggressors everywhere that it's open season. And that's going to be bad for everyone. 50% of commercial container traffic goes through the Taiwan Strait every day. More than 70% of the high-end semiconductors that the world needs are produced on Taiwan. So there's a strong interest around the world on maintaining peace and stability, preserving the status quo, avoiding any kind of conflict that could disrupt things that are so essential to the global economy.